Well, looks like George Johnson has returned to the Detroit Lions. And they have cut the rookie, Alex Baird, I think his name is. This is your boy CJ Goodfella back with Motor City Lions Talk. I'm going to do one more video tomorrow, and then we're going to wait to the last, unless some breaking news happen with the Lions, wait till after the game to do the review. But, I was happy they brought George Johnson back. A lot of people was upset about them cutting Alex. Said he had a lot of potential. It is what it is. And people were saying, I really don't remember, was George Johnson last year with Ndamukong Suh? And if that's the case, I heard some people saying that that he was only dominant because he played next to Ndamukong Suh. And, I dismiss that. If that's the case. Because Ziggy Ansah had his biggest year when Ndamukong Suh left. You can cut that right there. I understand that Nada, a lot of these guys are down on Nada, but Nada, he still plays his part and fills the gap. And Kerry Hyder had a big year last year without Nick Fairley, without Ndamukong Suh, largely without Ezekiel Ansah. So that don't matter. I mean, George Johnson played next to Gerald McCoy last year. And Detroit cast on William Golston, who's starting to make a name down there for himself in Tampa Bay. So, clearly he's a system player. And the system that works for him is with the Detroit Lions, and that's the system that works for a lot of people. Look at Anthony Zettel. Look at Kerry Hyder. Look at Ziggy Ansah. That's a guy that people question when the Lions picked him. Oh, he's raw. He's not going to get it. The Lions have a track record of developing defensive linemen. Goes back to the 90s. That's what they do. They might not develop secondary players or teach their secondary players to turn their head around before Bob Quinn got there. That wasn't the case. They might not develop running backs, which is the case. They might not be a good running game, which is the case. But one thing they can do is to turn out some defensive linemen. And George Johnson got paid off the strength of that strong year he had with the Lions, where he had like 6.5 sacks or 6 sacks, and didn't do a damn thing in Tampa Bay. Now, most people say he probably lazy because he got his money. No, because he was with a system that worked for him. You don't hear about Ndamukong Suh a lot anymore. He still makes Pro Bowls. He still makes the NFL Players Top 100 on NFL Network. But he don't get them accolades that he used to get no more. He don't get those mind-blowing sacks where he had his 10 sacks his first year. Where he actually made those explosive plays. He's not making those plays in Miami anymore because that system ain't for him. It ain't for him to make the big plays. But I was talking about somebody earlier about the analytics and the BPI they was doing with the ESPN, ranking the teams. Analytics can't tell you everything a defensive lineman does and they worth. And a lot of things that Haloti Ngata does, can't measure that with stats. Eating up double teams, wearing the offensive lineman down. He does his job. And he allows the other guys to go around him and be great. He allows Akeem Spence to be great. He allows Zettel to be great. He allows Ezekiel Ansah to be great. And adding George Johnson here, and hopefully he can rekindle that flame he had with the Lions and get back to business, get back to work, and get back to being hungry, and get back to wanting that big contract he got with Tampa Bay for himself. I think he got a highly motivated player in a great situation that's going to be conducive to him, complimenting everybody else. I look for him to have a slow start, but I look for him to throw him another guy that's throwing another pass rusher in there on third downs and spill him on second downs. He's fairly good in the run game, and I'm excited to have him back. It might be at the expense of a rookie, but give me a proven commodity. Let his potential go somewhere else. And if Alex Barrett, whatever his name is, blow up somewhere else, so be it. He won't be the first Lion to do that. I'm ready to see what George Johnson got. Hopefully, he was rushing from the right side, the left side. He was doing it all. And I'm happy. And I was one of those guys when they released him. I said, I hope the Lions sign him. A couple of days ago, they finally did sign him. So I'm very happy to have him back. And hopefully he can get back to the level that he was playing with the Lions and get back motivated. And a motivated D lineman is very good. We gone.